Hey everybody, Jack Rita here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about custom components that I've made for Small World, which is one of my favorite games. I enjoy Small World very much, and what I've made is a deck of race cards and a deck of ability cards, by which the information for the different race and ability combinations are on the card. So normally what you've got is these tokens. So you might have fortified pixies, but I've put that information on cards. So there you've got fortified, and there you've got pixies, and you've got an explanation there of what the abilities are right there on the cards. Because as you can see, this doesn't really explain what it does. It's got some icons, which maybe will remind you if you're already super familiar with it. But normally what you're doing is you're grabbing the reference sheet and you're looking it up. And when you've got a whole bunch of those out there, in row after row, especially with newer players, they're having to look at that and then look at the reference. And I find it's just easier to have the cards out so that you can see right there what they are. So I've got, all the race cards, including expansion ones. So priestesses, those are from expansion. But you got the Tritons, and you got your halflings, barbarians from an expansion, goblins. So all of them in there. I also have Small World Underground. So I got those races as well on there. So if I want, instead of having to use that, I can use that as a way to kind of speed up the process and make things easier. Same thing with the abilities. So got a nice thick deck of all the different abilities from the expansions as well as the base game. And he had a separate deck of abilities from Underground. They have the same art on the backs though. So if you are mixing and matching or having them combined with the caves, you can do that. I've even got cards on these special tokens from Underground as well for fun, and a variant that I've included where you can have the Lost Tribes have a different ability. And there's a whole bunch of those where they do different things. So I'll give you an example of one. So this one's called Reinforcements. So whenever you attempt to conquer a region with Lost Tribe tokens, first roll the reinforcement die. The number you roll is added to the strength of the tokens in that region. So suddenly, taking over those easy Lost Tribes when they only have the one token in all of their regions, well, it's a whole new game now if you're going to give them abilities. So that's it for this one. I am going to be making some custom races and abilities because I think I can get some pretty decent tokens made. And, making these tokens was going to be really challenging. So if I'm just using the cards, then it's just a matter of having some decent artwork that I can put into these frames here and figure it out that way. So that's kind of a longer project that I'll work on, but here's a way I think I can realize the custom races and abilities, which should make the game even more interesting, although there are already so many races and abilities in the game. But, there's plenty of people out there coming up with new ones. But how do you implement it? Well, I think this is a good solution for that. So let me know what you think of the race and ability cards. I know some other people have made some as well. So yeah, definitely share that. If you have done it, I'd like to hear about that. Is it a success? Do you like using those rather than the other ones? I do like those crazy cardboard tokens, but it's just a little bit of a pain in the neck having to keep looking things up and like, wait a minute, what do my race tokens do again? I look that up, especially when there's so many new ones. The base game ones I'm used to by now, but some of the expansion races and abilities, they don't come up that often. So I don't remember what they do. I have to keep looking them up. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.